Okay, so I have a plan. It's... Why? Why do I, like, literally start almost every one of my videos like, I have a plan? Like, every time I say I have a plan, it's more of, like, a vague description of, like, what I'm gonna do. Like, it's not really, like, I don't think I can come up with an actual legit plan. Like, it's not my thing, which is really bad, though. Like, I need to plan things out more. But, okay, so I leave for Honduras on the 15th. So that means I have 10 days from now to get my vaccines, shots, like medicines, and like take them regularly beforehand, because you have to take them a little bit beforehand to get like the medicine in your system. And then take it while I'm there too, and then take it like how many other days afterwards as well, and just it's gonna be a joy. And then I also have to pack my bags and stuff, and like just but I have a plan for my homework, like my math and my like room, because my room is a mess right now. Like it's really messy. Like I want to clean it, but like every time I do, I'm kind of like, do I really want to clean it though? Like, you know. And so my plan is, because I'm leaving on the 15th, and I like my school start. I mean, yeah, my school starts on August 9th. Right? Or 6th. Okay, my memory is so bad, and then like oftentimes like I like mix up like letters or numbers that sound the same, because like memory is fucked up. But so it's either on the 6th or the 9th. I don't remember exactly. Okay. In my defense though, those numbers look the same. One of them is just literally like 9 flipped up upside down. So like, okay, like just but anyways, so I have a plan for like my math homework that I needed to be done like the first 3 weeks of summer. It's been about 2 months now and I still haven't done it. My plan is, in full procrastination style, I'm gonna finish it either these 2 weeks that I have before I have to go to Honduras, or the 6 days that I have when I come back to work on it. It's not the smartest plan, but I'm gonna get it done. Okay. Yeah, and they might not even accept it. They might just be like, girl, like, literally, like, you were supposed to, like, finish this a long time ago. Like, we can't grade it now. And, like, kind of slightly worried about that. And they're probably going to be like, bitch, no. And I'm going to be like, oh, shit. I did this to myself. And I'm going to have to tell my entire family that I fucking lied to them. It was like, yeah, that's... fun. I did this to myself though, so I can't feel bad for myself. I just have to fucking like deal with it and be like, yep, you're gonna fucking like be disappointed and not like me for a long time. Maybe not even trust me for a while. You might even like ground me or something, but I deserve all of that. So I mean, I'm tired of like feeling guilty and like mad at myself and like hating myself all the fucking time, because like it's not healthy and I'm just tired of it. And so instead of what I've been doing this entire time with the stupid math, where like I want to do it but then I can't, and then I get frustrated and I don't want to ask for help, and then I do ask for help but then I don't actually do it, and then I feel even more guilty and mad at myself, like what I've been doing basically the past 2 months with the math relentless cycle. Instead, I'm just gonna accept that I couldn't do the math, and I refused to go to help when I needed the help and when I had the time to do it. And now I basically only have 3 weeks to do like at least 20 pages of math. and it's probably not going to happen, and it's probably too late, and I just have to deal with the fact that now I'm going to have to take another year of math that's required, and just slip it into my schedule and sacrifice one of the classes that I actually really want to do for that class, because I just am dumb. Like, I'm a fucking idiot. Like, but I'm, like, trying not to hate myself as much, and, like, trying to just accept things as they are, and just, like, be like, it's okay, like, it happened, like, we can't, like, I mean, hating myself isn't gonna fix anything. It's not. Like, it's... but, like, I really do. Like, I really want to. Like, I just want to, But it's not gonna do anything, and I just have to accept the... just, like, distrust and, like, wrong that I did to my family, and, like, just have to deal with that. And I could come up with excuses for them. They're probably not gonna believe them or care, and they're probably all gonna be disappointed at me and mad at me, and that's just something that I'm gonna have to deal with because it's my fault. But just because it's my fault doesn't mean that I have to hate myself over it. So I'm trying not to. It's really difficult though. It's but anyways, so that's my plan. It's not really thought out. It's probably not going to work out at all, and I'm just going to have to accept the consequences of that. But then, yeah, so Honduras in 10 days, getting vaccine/medicine and everything tomorrow. So that's going to be a joy to deal with. Like, yep. Oh, also, I've been noticing that because I'm like, okay, this is gonna sound so weird, okay, but like, because I never really had like a normal childhood, like, I never really got to like really enjoy myself a lot of the time. And so I feel like now that I'm like free or whatever, like, and finally accepting that like I can do stuff now and not feel like guilty about it because I'm not like doing anything wrong. Whereas like with my mom, like, she kind of made me feel guilty a little bit because she felt like, I don't know, like I was taking her money away from her for her, like, her cigarettes and stuff. Like, just, ugh, okay. Anyways, so, like, I don't know, just, like, I have this, like, installation of guilt in me. And, like, it's, like, it keeps me grounded, but it's not healthy, and, like, I want to let it go. But it's, like, years upon years and years of practice of doing this. So it's really hard to let it go. And but like as I was talking about, like, I had this like stupid guilt where like I don't like doing like things that like cost money or asking for things. And like recently I've been like understanding that it's like okay to like ask for things, and it's okay to like want things and like have other people pay for them because like you're their child or like they're your guardian or whatever. And I'm realizing that this is true but also not true, because I am at the age where I should be working, and I'm almost like 18, and so like I shouldn't, like, I don't know, like I've realized that like this is a good revelation, but like it should have happened like 5 years ago. Like it's kind of useless now, because like now those guardians that I thought I could depend on with this realization, like I'm noticing that they're like expecting me to be more responsible and stuff. And I am responsible, but like the same time, now that I'm like free, like I want to like have fun and just let go and not be responsible. But like because I'm almost 18, like they're expecting me to be responsible, and so like I have to fall back into it again, and I'm kind of like, I just want to, like, I don't know, like, it's stupid. So yeah, so I'm like, I never really, what is it with people calling me exactly when I'm on the fucking, like, camera, like, just, geez, I'm recording, fuck. This is why I need a camera. Like, I really need a camera so that I can actually, like, record and, like, answer phone calls and then, like, stop recording, but then go back to it. Because I can't do that when I'm recording on my phone. Oh, speaking of that, I actually got an offer for a camera today. And, like, it was one of those moments where, like, I wanted to say yes, but I felt guilty, so I said no. But basically, my mom called me and she was all like, hi, and I was like, hi, and she was like, yo, there's like this camera that's being sold to me or offered to me for $100, and I know you like photography and stuff. And to say I like photography is a bit of a stretch, because I love going out and spending time with my dad when he takes pictures, and I do like the art of taking pictures, but it's never something that I've ever fully looked into as something that I would ever really want to do, like, regularly, like, as a hobby. Like, I just kind of like taking, like, I can take a good photo. Like, I know, like, how to, like, look at lighting and shadowing and, like, angles. Like, I know how to take a good photo and, like, a professional photo, and I know how to work cameras because my dad knows how to work cameras. But it's not something that I'm really passionate about. Like, it's not something that I would, like, willingly, like, seek out and spend, like my dad does. Like, he wastes, like, thousands of dollars on, like, these giant-ass lenses that I joke are his, like, little telescopes, because they literally look like telescopes. They're, like, they're so fucking huge, and I'm just like, dude, like, is that longer than your dick? Like, do you need to have something, like, that expensive and extensive? Like, I just think, I mean, it's not a waste of time, like, if you're actually, like, looking for a career, but my dad, he's never taken actual, like, real photography classes. He's self-taught, and he's good. Like, I'm not saying he's bad, but a lot of the reason why he's good is because he, like, goes to, like, interesting places, and he has good, like, quality cameras that he wastes money on, because he's not actually, like, trained. So, like, he doesn't really, like, I don't know. Like, I just think it's kind of, like, a really expensive hobby that, like, if you're gonna have this hobby, like, you should obviously be trained for it. My dad doesn't realize this. But my mom thinks that I love photography, which I do, in a sense. Like, I do love the art, like, the art form. Like, I love pretty much any art form. Is it something that I would want to pursue, like, regularly? As a hobby? No, not really. Like, I know how to do it, and I know enough about it, but it's not something that I would, like, really go into. And so I think she's, like, under this impression that I am that way, and I'm just like, no, that's my dad. But, like, I mean, I do enjoy the art form, and I do love, like, going out in nature and hiking and stuff and taking pictures, but, like, not enough to spend thousands of dollars on that. Like, just, no. Like, I just don't see the point. Especially if it's just a hobby and not a career. Like, I just don't see the point. And, like, so my mom thinks I'm kind of following into my dad's footsteps and, like, the whole photography thing, which I'm not. Like, especially now, photography, like, cameras on phones are getting so good now that, like, you really, like, if you, like, bought, like, a basic camera, like, a basic digital camera, like, it'd probably be the same quality as the one that's on your phone. So, like, you would really, like, have to get a professional camera if, like, you wanted really good photos. And if you were really, like, pursuing that career or whatever, or that hobby. And I'm not, so, like, I don't see the point in getting a camera. But, like, but I do want a camera now because I want to pursue recording and YouTube. But, like, purely for that sake. And so she was offering me, like, she was telling me about this friend who offered her, like, this digital camera that's, like, discontinued, and it's a really good professional camera, and I looked into it, and I was like, oh my god, this is actually a really good camera, and he was offering it to her for $100. Like, that camera is worth way more than $100, and it's discontinued, like, that makes it even, like, worth more. Like, it's, like, a really good camera. And he was offering it to her for $100, and I was like, oh my god, like, this dude's crazy. Like, why would he give it to her for $100? But, like, that's a really good deal. So, like, I kind of am guilty of acting like my dad in this moment. I was kind of like, oh my god. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, oh, like, it's such a good deal, and it's such a good camera. And I almost wanted to tell her, go for it. But then I was like, wait, no, Angela, think about this logically, okay? How many times are you going to actually use this camera? Like, would you, like, actually use it, or would you just kind of set it up against, like, your bookshelf and be like, this is a cool decoration, and sometimes you take it out and take cool pictures, but usually not. That's probably what would happen if I got that camera. So, like, I was like, no, do not buy this camera. Do not have your mom buy this camera. If it was my money, I might have been more lenient with myself and been like, okay, maybe you can rent it or something. But, like, buying it, like, no. And then also, like, my mom buying it, especially, like, with her money situation, like, she's on disability. Like, she doesn't have that much money. So, like, she doesn't, like, she just, no. Like, no. And so I told her no, and I was like, nope. So, I mean, I'm kind of disappointed because, like, that camera looked really cool, and it would have taken good photos, and it would have been cool to have, like, a professional, like, vintage camera. It didn't actually discontinue that long ago. Like, it came out in 1980s, and then it was discontinued in the 1990s. And I have this thing where I really like vintage stuff, especially, like, things that have used, like, were used, like, regularly, and, like, something that looks distinctual from that period, you know? And that was that, and it was really cool, and I wanted it because of that, but also because, like, it took camera pictures, and I thought that would be cool, too. But, no, like, I don't need that. Like, it's not, like, something that I need, so, like, it's not something that I should waste my mom's money on, especially since it's so precious, like, for her. Like, just, there are times when you can spend things, and there are times when you can't, like, or shouldn't. So that was one of those times, and I'm kind of disappointed, but I mean, I'm not that disappointed because I knew it was the right thing to do. So I do need a recording camera though too. Like, I really do need a recording camera, but alas, they're really expensive. Okay, like, plus, I mean, I was thinking about that camera too if it was like a recording camera, but it was just a digital camera. It was a digital professional camera, don't get me wrong, so it was a really good camera, but, like, it was just a camera, it wasn't a recorder, so it didn't record at all. So, like, yeah, that also took away from the novelty of it, like, because I don't really take pictures that much, like, unless they're on my phone, and I know how to take good pictures, and I know how to work a camera. Like, most cameras have, like, the basic, like, even if they have, like, a million buttons, like, a lot of those buttons are settings, and a lot of those, especially if they're professional cameras, a lot of those settings, like, one person, like a person like me, would hardly ever use those settings because I don't need them, because I don't need them professionally. So, like, plus, if someone else bought that, they'd probably, like, take it as a really good deal and probably really love it and use it a lot because it's, like, a good camera, but also, like, or it might be someone who's a collector and wanted to take the camera as, like, a collection piece because it is a really good camera, and it really did make a difference for its time period because it was one of the first cameras ever to sync up to a computer and, like, have an SD card and everything. So, like, it's a really, like, distinctual, like, piece for, like, the digital age. But I don't need it. Like, I would love it as, like, a collection piece, and I would, like, love it to take pictures occasionally, but, like, other than that, like, it's not, like, it's not needed, and I don't want to waste my mom's money on something like that, so, yeah. But it's really difficult for me because, like that, like, I did okay with that, but, like, there were other things, like, when I go shopping with my uncle or whatever, and, like, I want to get something, but I'm hesitating to, like, whether to, like, ask him for it or not, because I'm just, like, do I need this, or is this just something that I want, like, or, like, I don't know, like, there's, like, a like, weird line of need and want, and then there's also the line of, like, is it okay? Like, because, like, I don't really know, because, like, I wasn't, like, raised traditionally or whatever, so, like, I don't, like, know what to, like, ask for, which is another reason why I want to, like, start driving and, like, get a job, because, like, then I can actually have my own money to, like, waste and, like, be more comfortable with using instead of, like, asking, and then, I don't know, just, like, but I haven't started learning how to drive yet, because even learning how to drive costs money, and, I don't know, like, I don't know, I just feel guilty about it, but, like, I know I shouldn't, so I'm, like, trying not to, and, like, I'm still learning to, like, learn, like, what's okay to ask for and what's not okay to ask for, and what's actually good to feel guilty about and what's not good to feel guilty about. Because I go through extremes, like, sometimes, like, I'm like, oh my god, buy me this, and then I'm like, wait a second, what? And then I'm like, and then I, like, go to the other extreme and, like, don't want to get anything and, like, have no opinion on anything, because, like, I just don't want to do anything, and I feel guilty about everything, and then, like, I don't, like, it's, like, I can't find middle ground, and it's so frustrating, like, ugh, okay, like, just, ugh. Okay, anyways, I really have to call my uncle back, because he never calls me during the day, so it's probably important, so, I'm gonna call him back, but, yeah, this is basically just a complaining video. Okay, bye!